Welcome back. Oh wait, I should start. Welcome back to another episode of Lowkey
Litty, like a titty.
We haven't done that in a minute.
We really haven't. When's the last time we filmed one of these? We're gonna have to go look.
In the beginning of Spinal Cord Injury Awareness Month, which is the beginning of September. We're almost like in the middle of
October.
It's your girl Nicole with your girl Ashley. We are here filming a low-key Litty.
Your shadow's gonna give off where our lighting is.
Oh, oops. It's really late out, so we're using
My phone.
a rigged lighting. You know what I mean? So, but it's helping because it was like really bad. Like it was actually worse than this. So this helps. Now on today's episode of Lowkey Litty, we kind of want to talk about something. It goes in with...
No, not we, because you haven't even told me what we're talking about.
Yes, I did.
Very vaguely.
Fakety, fake.
Very
We're going to start off with a question that we actually got. That we actually got during Spinal Cord Injury Awareness Month, but I didn't think it was like a video for Spinal Cord Injury Awareness Month. Whatever, but let's get into it. So here's the question. I don't know if you remember getting this on Ash and Nikki's story I joined page. I'll leave it right here. Do you feel like social media makes it easier to transition into this life as opposed to a person who was injured before social media?
Yes and no.
Why?
Why am I not?
What?
Because when you say no, they normally say why not. Why or why not?
Why?
You're the one that asked the dumb question, so don't get mad at me now. We're done.
You said no and no.
We're trying to have a serious conversation.
Okay. Character.
Because like we've met people through social media that have become that are quite dope.
Our besties.
That are our side besties.
Our people.
No judge squad, no judge zone. Yeah.
All that good stuff. But then why
not?
Yeah.
Because then you got to think about, like, say you start comparing yourself to someone with the same level as you or same injury as you, and you're like, oh, I wish I could do this, wish I could do that. You start comparing yourself.
And like, you know what? I'm happy that you said that, because that actually very good segue into the next thing I want to talk about. Because that was kind of the question, but I want to talk about...
What are you going to answer, though?
Yeah, I will. But okay. Since you talk about that, let's flow.
Let's flow.
So since you think that it hasn't helped, we also had another question. How has it helped and hurt you? Has it helped you? Has it hurt you? Personally, since you just said, yeah, you know, to that question.
When it comes to
having a spinal cord injury, that's what Psy means, guys. Sorry.
When it comes to having a Psy in social media, for me, it's been nothing but beneficial. Here's the thing, but this could be different too, so this might be getting off topic, and let me know if it is when I say it. But
you're so cute. Okay, go.
But like for me, you've noticed, and a lot of other people have noticed, I don't barely post my face on social media anymore, or my body, or nothing. And that's basically my own internalized ableism, like feeling like
that's like a whole other topic.
That's a whole other topic, yeah. But
you don't feel like it's an unhealthy relationship with social media.
Yeah, like,
or you don't feel like it hasn't helped you, it hasn't hurt you, but maybe for other people it has hurt them.
Yeah, like I've loved running into different people on the internet, you know, Laura Beck, Roll with Cole, you know, I've loved running into them. Our new friend Roman, I've loved it.
Like all these great people. And actually, while we're talking about them, I'll put some list of some people and like their Instagram tags, or if they don't, that we follow. But you feel like for you it's had a positive impact.
Yeah, because I see these other people and then I'm like, they're funny too, like me, and like I like that they get the humor.
Low key, get it? Low key.
Oh,
I personally feel like it has been nothing but helpful to me, but I low key wonder. I low key wonder if it would have been how it is for someone else. Like I would love to. Who wants to come on an episode of Lowkey Litty?
And then how is it for people? Like how do people feel? The people that aren't big on social media, when they get a Psy, are they like more so on it so they can hopefully find people that are like them? Because you don't meet a lot of us in the real world, even though there is. But it's like you tend to all stay kind of isolated.
Like we never really run into someone in a wheelchair.
No.
I mean, we never have. Like,
exactly.
yo, what's up, dude? No.
Because we tend to isolate ourselves a lot.
And social media is kind of that way too. But then I wonder for some people, see, for me it's not, but I wonder for some people if it's just too much. Like, because there is a lot.
Well, like, even for me, this might be kind of mean. Maybe you can edit it out. No.
Okay.
But, like, when I first got injured, I was finding a lot of side people. And now I kind of started unfollowing certain ones that I kind of just, like, don't maybe relate to, or not to be mean, but if they're like paraplegics, I normally won't follow them because that's like I don't relate to you.
Wow, you're a hater. Hella. You're a hater.
But that's just for me because
you're a hater.
But I'll follow the ones I like really like.
Do you follow me?
Yeah. You don't like my number.
So why do you do that? See, then maybe that's a way that it has maybe that's a way that it has hurt
it was
you.
Negatively, but I didn't let it get me to the point where it ever felt negative. Because I unfollow them because you're starting to compare yourself, Ashley. Unfollow because they're not the same injury as you just because they have a spinal cord injury.
Do you still have some paraplegics on?
Yeah, I'll keep the ones that like I really like, maybe that have like a funny personality, you know. But I remember you remember.
Yeah. And that's wild to me.
But I also go
and then I'm the opposite
in general.
I'm the hell opposite. I follow everybody and their mom.
Yeah, you do.
I'll be follow. Who are you? But I'm also very nosy. Like I love to see everybody's things. Like I'll admit that I'm hella nosy. And I think before
Nosy one Kenobi.
I think before my accident, like you said, with people with spinal cord injuries, we tend to isolate ourselves a little more. Mm-hmm. So sometimes social media is the way we're contenting. And can we just say, during this pandemic, I'm sorry, but people with spinal cord injuries got to be extra cautious because of all their stuff we got going on, but that's a whole other topic. They got to be extra cautious. So social media is the way that they are talking, getting to know each other.
Yeah. Like, would you say you were on your phone more since like COVID, when we've had even less to do?
Oh yeah, but me and you have been really good at like doing things. Like I feel like we've been really good at doing things. So my screen time hasn't gone up since COVID or anything like that. I feel like right now, especially during this pandemic, mm-hmm. it's a way that people can still talk and vent to their side friends, to even just like, I'm the regular able-bodied person, to just talk to your friends if you can't see them, to kind of see what they're up to. Oh, they're posting on their stories. You kind of feel like you're there. So in that sense, it could be good. But now, we both kind of were really positive about social media, but let's talk about a little bit of the negatives, because we can't say everything good.
Okay.
Something for me that I would say, social media for me has never really affected me negatively, and I'm happy that it hasn't. I've never let it get to me, and I've heard people that let it.
Yeah.
And I've had conversations with people that they let it, and I'm just like, get rid of it. I have taken my breaks from social media. I used to all the time in college. But I never feel like I have to go on. Like, there will be days where I won't look at anyone's stuff, and then there'll be a day where I'm looking at everybody and their mom's stuff again. And, but what I will say, what is a negative on social media is just seeing everybody so perfect. I pride myself in the fact that I do show kind of the ugly and the nasty, but like, you know, the nasty. But the reality is not everyone wants to show that. I get that, whatever, right? Who cares? But I started recently really thinking about how much that has to mess, especially after we watched. This is gonna make segues. After we watched Social Dilemma, we already thought of all those things. I'm not gonna ruin it. Basically, Social Dilemma was everything that we already know as a society. We know what social media is doing to us, but they just kind of put it in.
You probably already knew what they were talking about.
Yeah, but watch it if you haven't. I'm not gonna ruin it or anything, so you keep watching the video. But I really started thinking, like, damn, we didn't grow up with social media. We didn't. We got a computer. I remember our first lessons on the computer started being like in 7th grade, where we had to type things and print them.
Yeah, maybe.
But even then, and then that was when we started to research things. I don't remember like in 3rd grade if we were on the computer and stuff.
I don't think so.
But nowadays, I mean, think about this e-learning with this pandemic. Kids are constantly on the screen. I'm not saying that's on social media, but they're constantly on the screen. They're constantly seeing people doing something. And then 2, they go on YouTube. A lot of kids are into YouTube Kids, which is really not restrictive. That's another topic. And yeah. But how do you feel like in that sense? Like, say, so I'm gonna ask this question for a newly injured person.
So you're talking about people being like too perfect.
Too perfect. That was one of my topics.
Okay.
Then the second one was kids growing up.
Yeah.
In this too perfect. That's why I was saying all that. Sorry, I went on a segue. And too perfect. They're growing up with these too perfect mindsets.
For me, what I'm like thinking in like terms of that when we're talking about social media is people on social media will normally always just post their highlight reel.
Yeah.
And one, that's because people are fucking rude when you post anything sad. Or like mad or, you know, angry.
And you know, it's true. When I post things sad or mad, I get a response that's like, shut the up, like, shut up, like, it's my page, get off of it, bye. If you don't like what I'm posting, the unfollow button's right there. But then it's like in the world of social media, people feel like they have to watch your every move. I don't feel like I need to watch anybody's stuff. If I don't want to watch your stuff, I ain't gonna watch your stuff.
Or if I am watching your stuff, I'm not gonna comment on it if I don't agree with it. Like that, like, I'm not going to get in a fight with you over your life. I'm just going to be like, oh, you just, blast it out on social media.
But then let's talk about the people who, and see, this is what I would love to talk to someone who, the people who do love to respond, who love to, like, I get it, especially with everything going on in the world right now, there's a lot of information. There's a lot of people's true colors coming out the woodworks, a lot of, lot of stuff. And sometimes I feel like for a lot of people, especially right now, and that's why I want to talk about this topic. It's so much. It's just so much. It's like...
And that's when you have to you got to know, like, how to balance your time on social media and your time off. Which I think me and you are really good at doing. Like, I know when social media is getting too much for me, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to put my phone down. That information, like what you're talking about, that information's too much. Hearing this, hearing that.
And then, too, another topic I wanted to bring up, speaking of the information, do you feel like some people only grab their information from social media now? And that's there's a lot of false things on social media, but then also a lot of people just follow people they agree with usually, because that's people, the whole unfollow people you don't agree with stuff. So it's like, are you getting both sides? Are you getting the right information? Are you getting false information? Are you really looking into it? I do a lot of research. You know that.
I don't just hope they're maybe following like the verified like news channels.
Yeah. I'm not just gonna go on social media like, oh my god, I saw about this. I will maybe bring it up to you like, hey, I saw this thing, and then later on, I'm gonna go back. I probably screenshot it or something, and I'm gonna do my own research, create my own opinion. But a lot of people don't do that. And then think about the younger generation that they might just follow all these people that, they get along with clearly. So now, or they like these influencers. And influencers don't really talk about topics that are relevant. They're selling a hair product. They're selling a hair product. I mean, whatever. That's good, good stuff.
Like you're talking about like the bigger ones. Or...
Yeah, the bigger ones. They're not really talking about what's going on in the world and stuff like that. But think about your people you do follow. It's all people that probably have the same personality as you. It's very similar to you. Probably your friends somehow. They're good people. You agree with a lot of their views, and that's why you're following each other. Entertain you. But maybe we should be looking at the opposite side. Maybe we should keep those friends that kind of stir our bubbles. But then it's like, maybe that's not healthy. Yeah. But then it's like, do you research though? Do you research stuff though? To kind of maybe see the other person's side? And that for me, I'm talking about when it comes to like politics, the whole, when they talked about the Epstein, the sex trafficking, all that stuff. There was loads of information. But of course sometimes
that happened like with One Tree Hill, the One Tree Hill dude.
Yeah, on your social media, there would be all one.
Really in the news.
Yeah, it'd be all one view because it's people you like.
Yeah.
But do people ever look at the other view? Like, I'm bringing up the Jeffrey Epstein thing. Epstein thing because a lot of people are talking about like the blogs, right? And we're not gonna go into our opinions on that stuff. But there was a lot of is it fake? Is it not? But was everybody getting is it fake or is not? Because I follow a lot of people. Like I said, I follow everybody and their mother. But maybe on your page, were you just getting like the, we hate them? And I was like, man, is it false? Is it true? And then I had to get off because it was so much. I was like, I don't know. I had to go do my own research, create my own opinion.
Yeah.
What about for you? Like, do you get what I'm saying?
I don't remember. I didn't.
Well, not that situation, but stuff in that type of realm. Like, you
No,
feel
because
like
I would say I'm pretty good at like going.
your social media is
my own
diverse,
research.
like
Yeah.
different opinions.
And then too, I follow people that will like post the opposing side, and then you know obviously post their like reason why they don't like it, like Sophia Bush, good person to follow. She's very political. I like it.
Now, do you think anyone on social media, like influencer wise, is negatively impacting? And this will be like the last question.
The youth or what?
Yeah, negatively impact the youth, us, people with spinal cord
I think
injuries,
that just
anything.
depends household to household. Some people are gonna like it, some people aren't.
And I feel like
type, some people like
a lot
that
of people
type.
on social media are a little like, a lot of people don't know how to separate how perfect that is with their real life. Enjoy your friendships. Don't just have friendships online. I talk to people online. It's cool and everything. I don't do that small talk. I'll do small talk on social media with people who I'm actually know that I'm gonna see. You don't need to entertain everybody. And I feel like that sometimes on social media is why people feel so disconnected. You're so busy trying to entertain everybody on your phone, texting, doing whatever. My phone dry as hell. I don't text nobody. But when I do, it's because I want to talk to them, or maybe because I'm going to see them soon. See how they're doing. Yeah. And I'm a really bad texter backer. Unless it's Ashley. And we're with each other all the time. But
I am too, bro.
But
especially because I go through phases where I just don't feel like talking to people. That's a different topic.
But I also don't know if that's because we know how to separate those two because how we grew up.
Yeah.
Now I just don't know. This we need to do a part 2 and just talk about how we feel about the generation growing up like this, because I can't imagine growing up. There's a lot of information, a lot of stuff, a lot of people, body positivity, body negativity, the perfect body,
body shaming.
Oh, the body shaming. Then there's body positive. There's just so much on the internet. It's like, oh, it's a lot.
Yeah.
You see the ugly. You see the pretty.
Right.
You see perfection. You don't really see imperfections. And even if the imperfections are shown, I've told you this before, it's like in a way that's still perfect. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. You have anything to add? Man, I feel like we just got low-key. Litty got low-key serious. Low-key. Right?
Yeah.
But we answered. Those were like my questions. I did want to talk about more things, but we're probably gonna have to do a part 2. If you enjoyed this video, like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Have a beautiful day. Oh, don't forget to hit that notification bell, baby. Peace.
Ding.
Low-key. What was that?
I spasmed, bitch.